Hey campers, George here. A typical Sunday at the cottage. We like to keep myself busy, so a Sunday for me is chore day and preparing for the week ahead for work. As you know, I work the late shift. I need to prepare food for the week. I'm single, I'm on my own, and I cook for one. And it's one of the most difficult things I have to do. Trying to figure out how to be efficient cooking for one. As you know, I don't eat a lot of meat. I have very little meat in the house. Typically once a week I'll have my meat, and simply just for the protein, doctor's orders. What I do is I try to make something that I can use for the whole week to make lunch at work. I take snacks with me, veggies, fruit, that sort of thing with me as a snack for work, and then I have one main meal. The way I do that is I will make something that I can use the whole week and just change it up a little. And what I do is I make up some kind of a sauce so that I can use it in pasta, different kinds of pasta, rice, boiled potatoes with it, all sorts of things you can do with it just to change up your meals at lunchtime while doing it all at once on a Sunday. So I don't have to get up, make myself a full lunch to take to work. So this week, and this is one of my favorite ways of doing, I make up a sauce, kind of a pasta, stew, whatever sauce, and I make a bunch of it. Something that'll last me for a week, keep in the fridge, add it to something else. A big veggie guy, I have to eat my vegetables, I don't get meat. Doesn't work for everybody, but I've found, and here's a good tip, is when you're cooking vegetables and that's all you're having, different spices really make the difference. Otherwise, veggie food kind of tastes the same. So what I'm going to do here is I have onion, pepper, olive, garlic, mushroom, some Mediterranean seasoning, and I have a can of Hunt's diced tomato. You will look here, no salt added. It has the basil, garlic, and oregano. What I'm going to do is I chop these all up, throw them into this guy, chop them all up fine and cook and make almost what most people consider spaghetti sauce. Chop them all up, put it all in and get it cooked up. And then I have a big bowl of this. Tomorrow I'll probably boil up some pasta, just a small little bit of pasta for myself. Put it in a Tupperware bowl, add some sauce to it, and that'll be my Monday lunch at work. Tuesday, I'll change it up, maybe put some rice, maybe boil some potatoes, boiled potatoes with the rice and the sauce in one to make kind of a stew. And then maybe a different pasta, or I will do roast potatoes. I also will add to the sauce to add some cauliflower and broccoli. Boil it up, get it ready and mix it in with the sauce and have it with rice or whatever else I'm taking with me. So I come up with a couple of different meals for the week, and it works for me. I'm on my own. It saves me a lot of time and trouble of having to cook every prep for the whole week on Sunday. Typical Sunday for me. Got the laundry going, watching some soccer on TV, just cleaning up the cottage. Also doing video. Welcome to my life. So there you have it, the basics for my sauce. I haven't chopped them up very fine simply because I'm going to use this guy to chop them up nice and fine and then cook. I'll also add some peas, maybe some corn to it. I'll cook this up, tomatoes, add them as well. Spices in, my garlic and all that good stuff. Just dump them all in there and let's grind them up. I try to grind them up as much as possible, not too fine, but kind of a middle of the road thing. I don't want it too watery for my sauce. That looks about right to me. There you can see that will go in the pot along with this. Just a touch of extra virgin olive oil. Let it warm up a little. Put my carrots in. Carrots always seem to take longer to cook. I am a terrible cook. I am an impatient cook. I try to cook things too fast, so I've really been trying lately to slow down on the way I cook. Not have the heat up as much as I normally would, and I'm finding that my food is a little better. I don't seem to overcook it as much. So there you go. Now I know a lot of people like to cook things differently at different lengths of cooking time. I do that, but on this I tend to just put it all in. I don't fully cook it. One of the reasons is at work I use a microwave to warm it up. That adds to the cooking time. So I'm going to add some Mediterranean seasoning, a lot, to keep the vampires away. Some garlic. I do like my garlic. Then once that's all cooked up, I'll add canned tomatoes. So I went and switched over the laundry from the washer to the dryer, folded some other laundry, did the dishes, come back, and it's almost ready here for me to add the tomatoes. What I decided was I'm not going to chop them up anymore because they're pretty finely chopped up. So I'm going to add this, mix them up, and then of course my favorite secret sauce will be going in here. And that is, I'm a big fan of this stuff. So I like to add that to give it a little bit of flavor. Mix it all up and set it to simmer. Now one thing I do, if I'm going to be adding pasta one of the days, sometimes I'll add some of this to the sauce. I'll just throw a bit in there which gives it more of a pasta sauce type flavor. I do like Newman's Own stuff. This is the fire roasted tomato and garlic. So the next thing I'm going to add after it's been sitting here simmering for a little bit is some peas and corn. I love peas. One of my favorite veggies. Another one is beans. Sometimes I'll put some string beans in. And we'll let that sit for a little bit and simmer away. So it's been simmering for a while and I think it's ready now. What I'm going to do now is put it in a bowl that'll stay in the fridge and then I'll use as I need it every day. I'll add some salsa just to spice it up a little bit. So, or different spices and things like that. So there's a lot of ways you can change this simple gravy, as I call it, into 5 meals for the week. I'll let it sit down here a little bit and let it cool down. Then into the fridge it goes for lunch, for 5, not people, days. So there you go, campers. That's the way I eat at work. I prep for Sunday and I eat until Friday. Hopefully it'll help somebody. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll come back with some other weird meal that I cook. Or a snack, or something like that. Just saying. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.